and welcome in to Marshfield Bandits football here on Zaleski Sports. Glad to have you in. My name is Cale Jacoby alongside Trevor Zaleski. Gavin, what's your last name? Gavin Zellick and Jason Zaleski as well, doing some production and camera work here tonight. Glad to have you in as the Marshfield Bandits host the Midwestern Wildcats tonight. It is a battle of the winless tonight. The Wildcats and Bandits both 0-4 on the season. So one team's going to get their first win of the year here this afternoon. And we'll see if that'll be the Bandits or the Wildcats. But a little bit of update, I guess news for Bandits fans. Again, we were sent some potential news about Coach Roosevelt Johnson. What appeared to be a Facebook post about Coach Johnson stepping away from the team effective immediately. I spoke to Coach Johnson before the game. He cleared that up and said that he will be with the Bandits the remainder of the season. So I did speak to Coach Johnson about that, and that was his response to me, is that he has no plans of stepping away from the Bandits. He will be the head coach this season. But it will be the Bandits to receive here. Wildcats will kick off, going left to right. Pretty nice day here outside of Columbus High School in Marshfield, Wisconsin. Around 70 degrees. Some light wind. 64 degrees, actually, right now here in Marshfield. It will be the Wildcats. I believe that's J.P. Hoffling to kick off for the Wildcats. It is, and the kick is away. It's a good kick, returned by the Bandits, running up the middle of the field and tackled right around the 30-yard line. That was Jesse Clenny. So Clenny, the nice return for the Bandits, and they will start off their drive right around the 30-yard line. And the Bandits offense will make their way out onto the field. See what the Bandits have starting at quarterback here tonight, or this afternoon. Again, this Bandits team was pretty loud before the game. Seemed ready to go. Pretty rah-rah in the huddle. Coach Johnson hyping the team up and see if they can get an early start here. And it looks like at quarterback, looks like Mitch Netzel. No. Jacob Metz starting at quarterback for the Bandits. Shotgun look. He'll hand off up the middle. And fighting forward, churning his legs up to about the 35-yard line. About a 5-6 yard gain. That was Christopher Bowden on the carry. So Bowden on the carry. And it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Bandits. Again, the Bandits usually come out in spread. It's their typical offensive approach. Shotgun formation, trips right for Marshfield. Again, Metz in the backfield. At quarterback, drops back to throw. The screen pass out to Bowden. Bowden's got a little bit of space, makes one man miss, powers forward, and that'll be a Bandits first down for Christopher Bowden catching the screen pass. Chris Bowden, a Marshfield High School alumni. But first down, Bandits, and a good start to their first drive of the evening. And they've got this Wildcat defense on their heels to start things off. Shotgun look, tight receiver set to the left. 4 wide. Bunched up on the left again, and that's a false start. Looks like Eric Ellert, the wide receiver, went a little early. Then led to the left tackle going a little early as well, Dalton Brandenburg. And the Bandits will back up. And it will be 1st and 15 for the Bandits. This league's game's always interesting at the very least. And the Bandits a good start to the drive. Trips left here for Marshfield. Shotgun look again. Metz motions his running back over. One receiver right again. Two receivers left now. And Metz trying to motion his back. Bowden across. Finally gets him to come. Metz steps up, throws over the middle. Nice throw. It's caught. And that'll be a first down, a gain of 17 yards. The pass from Metz completed to Alan Rocha for the first down. And another Bandits first down. They've got 2 first downs on this drive already. And this is probably the best start to a game I've seen the Bandits have over the last couple of years. They've jumped out on the Wildcats early. And it will be 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 33-yard line. Bandits come up to the line of scrimmage. Was 2 receivers right. Now 1 receiver comes, motions left. So trips left for the Bandits. Pistol formation. Metz, Bowden behind him. Takes the snap, hands off up the middle to Bowden. He goes outside, just off tackle, and he gains about 4 or 5 yards once again for the Bandits. And looks like they're going to give him about 3 yards. Call it 2nd and 7 for the Bandits. Again, Bowden, handoff up the middle, ended up going off tackle, cutting right inside the right tackle for 3 yards, just past the 30-yard line. 2nd and 7 from the Wildcat 29. Just under 11 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Again, both these teams come in winless on the season. One team will for sure come out with their first win of the season. Metz in the backfield with Dan Featherston flanking him. Another motion man. Marshfield likes to use a lot of motion in their offense. Speaking of that, receiver coming back across, and we have a flag down. Was this offsides or is this a false start? I saw Wildcats moving, but a Bandit may have flinched, and they did. False start on the Bandits, and that'll back them up 5 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 12 for the Marshfield Bandits. So 2nd and 12. Bandits backed up a bit, but other than a couple of false start penalties, this Bandits offense has been churning along as smoothly as I've seen in person in one of their games in the last couple of years. Shotgun look again, 4 receiver set. Metz, the speed option play, he takes it himself, and he'll get just past the line of scrimmage for a gain of about a yard, and it will be 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 for the Bandits coming up. Again, that penalty, a tough one. It was 2nd and 7. You were ahead of the chains a bit, and penalty backs you up, and you're one average play away from 3rd and long, and that's what we've got. 3rd and 11 for the Bandits. Again, it was that speed option. Metz may have had his pitch man, but he decided to keep it up the middle. Those are always tough plays. You got to have a really good quarterback that knows how to read that in a speed option look. And the Wildcats really defended that well. Shotgun look again. Metz and Bowden in the backfield. Metz drops back to throw. Quick screen pass out to the left. Got spaced on the sideline. Is going to be stopped just short of the first down. Kendrick Samuels on the reception. And he's going to be a good 4.5, 5 yards short of the first down marker. We'll call it 4th and 5. And I'm going to think the Bandits are likely going to go for it here. 4th and 5, our first 4th down of the night. Again, the Bandits have had a nice drive so far. They've taken almost 7 minutes off the clock, 6.5 minutes on this drive. It's been long-lasting, keeping the ball out of the Wildcats' hands. And really, other than penalties, it's been pretty smooth sailing for the Bandits. But again, that false start has really hurt this drive. Trips left for Marshfield. We'll see if they bring a motion man across. They really like to start in trips and then bring a guy back the other way. No, they keep it trips. Metz looking deep down the field. Now over the middle, it's deflected, and it'll be a turnover on downs for the Bandits. So their productive drive comes to an end with no points. They take 6 minutes and 59 seconds off the clock, 8:01 left in the first quarter, and it will be the first possession of the evening for the Midwestern Wildcats. And we'll get our first look at the Wildcat offense here this evening. Got a nice day on a Saturday. And as we take a look at that last throw here, Metz was looking over the middle, but just too many Wildcat defenders there for a completion. If you would have maybe tried to loft that a little higher, put a little more air under that ball, there's a chance he could have gotten it over the defenders, but line drive throw, a tough throw, and really that false start hurt him. It was 4th and 5, no false start. They would have had a first down on that drive. So a couple of penalties hurting the Bandits early. We'll see what the Wildcat offense has here this evening. Dropping back, looking left. That's Andrew Barnes, that quarterback. Nice throw down the left sideline is caught for a 15-yard gain and a first down. Pass thrown again. Andrew Barnes, the starting quarterback. And the pass was complete to J.P. Hoffling on the left sideline. Barnes looks like with a nice arm there. That was a nice clean throw. An elastic right arm for Andrew Barnes. And the Wildcats, one play, one first down at their own 40-yard line. Good start to the drive for the Wildcats. They come out in the spread look as well. 2 receivers right. It's like 1 or 2 left as well, so 4 receivers set. Both these teams with spread offenses. Drop back for Barnes, looking to throw again, rolling right, still rolling, a lot of time. Defense collapsing, finds the receiver again down the right sideline and down. And I believe he's going to have another first down. That's 2 plays and 2 first downs for the Wildcats to start things off. As we'll take a listen to the Bandits huddle here on the sideline.
Okay. Call out blue or red. So if it's, offensive line, you got to know if it's blue or red. And what the colors mean.
Put that in your cadence.
Yep. Exactly. Red.
So O-line. Yep. Listen to the cadence.
Yep. Call it in.
Yeah.
Call the.
Yeah. Call it in the huddle instead.
No, call the count.
Yeah. Call. Hey, so even though you're coming out and you're in back or Oregon or stuff like that, right? In the huddle.
All right, you just took a listen to the Bandits huddle there. That catch was made by Cody Swenis for the Wildcats. Now they're going to hand it off up the middle. And running back going to be down, but a 2-yard gain on the play. And on the carry, it was Connor Hughesby for the Wildcats. So the Wildcats thought the Bandits had a good start to their offensive drive. Now we have a neutral zone infraction on the Bandits. And they're going to take that penalty. It's going to be 1st and 5. 1st and 5 for the Bandits. Or excuse me, 1st and 5 for the Wildcats. And again, I thought the Bandits had a good start to their drive, and they did. The Wildcats have been a well-oiled machine. First 2 plays, 2 first downs, then a penalty that gets them a short first down here, 1st and 5. Barnes drops back. Could have been a false start called there. Rolling left, still rolling, breaking a tackle. Now he's going to run down the left sideline. Barnes has got a lot of speed, and he's going to have a Wildcat first down, it looks like. I don't know where they spot it. Yeah, it's going to be a 12-yard carry for Andrew Barnes, and Barnes has got some wheels on him as well. They are in the backfield for the Wildcats. He outran 2 Bandits defensive backs on that play. Looked like Mitch Netzel was chasing after him there for the Bandits. Nonetheless, that's 3 plays from scrimmage and 3 first downs for Midwestern. Shotgun look again. Barnes in the backfield, takes the snap, drops back. This is a designed quarterback run. He's still running right, outrunning the entire Bandits team to the sideline. Barnes goes out of bounds. I think he'll be just short, a little short of the first down here. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it a 5-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats. Again, Andrew Barnes has just really carried this offense the whole drive, whether it's running the football, throwing the football. Barnes is doing it all for the Wildcats. And the ball lined up at the right hash here. All the way down to the 34-yard line of the Bandits. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Barnes drops back, rather 2 left, hands off up the middle. Hughesby breaks 2 tackles, breaks another one, no, taken down for about a 2-yard gain for Connor Hughesby. And it will be 3rd and about 4, so give him 1 yard there on the carry. 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats as their drive continues on, but Connor Hughesby, physical run there. And the Wildcats will face their first 3rd down of the drive. And they've taken already a good 4 minutes off the clock here in the first quarter. Shotgun again, spread out wide across the field here for the Wildcats. They go with a balanced set, 2 receivers right and left. Barnes drops back, rolling right, stepping up, and he's got to get rid of it. He doesn't, and that's a coverage sack that time for the Bandits. And a coverage sack for the Bandits, as it looks like the first one in there was Logan Maharg. Logan Maharg on the sack. And you got to credit the Bandits' defensive backs there, as Andrew Barnes held the ball, looking for someone to throw the football to. Couldn't find anybody and is sacked. And looks like the Wildcats are going to go for it here on 4th and 15. Again, now, I don't know if the Bandits have enough, or I don't know if the Wildcats have enough players. Oh, no, that's Trips left, so they do have 11. Barnes being chased, rolling left, now throwing deep, left sideline, incomplete. Knocked away and incomplete. And that's a turnover on downs. I believe that was Russell Reiner on the coverage. So Reiner deflects it away, and a turnover on downs for the Wildcats. So really mirror drives for each team to start the game. Start their drives well, drive it down the field like it's nothing, and then turnover on downs. It stalls out at the end. And it will be the Bandits taking over with 2:53 left here in the first quarter. Still zeros on the scoreboard. Each team's had a drive, and the Bandits will look to replicate the start of their last drive and try to finish it off with some points. Again, both these teams, as we see, I would say most teams in this league, like the spread offense, but the Bandits, as I say that, come out in an I formation. Drop back into a pistol look, but still 2 backs in the backfield, fullback and a halfback. Metz motions 1 man to the left, drops back, hands off up the middle, a flag on the play, powering forward. As on the carry that time, it was Dan Featherston. But there is a flag down. And what do we have for a call? Illegal motion called on the Marshfield Bandits this time. So that'll move the Bandits back. An illegal motion called on the Marshfield Bandits. And again, that's really what hurt their drive last time out. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15, but that's really what halted their first drive, was that false start penalty that led to them having a 4th and 5. Now they're going to start out behind again, 1st and 15. 1st and 15 for the Bandits. 2 running backs set once again, this time 1 flanking each side of Metz. Metz calls out an audible. Motions his running back to the right. Now wing back position, hands off up the middle. Featherston with some juice in his legs there, and he runs right and is driven down to the ground for maybe a gain of a yard. Call it 2nd and 13. They give him about 2 yards. 2nd and 13 for the Bandits. Now we have an injured player down on the field for the Wildcats. We'll step aside and be back with more Bandits football right after this on Zaleski Sports.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
Welcome back, everybody. The injured player was Logan Anderson for the Wildcats. He seems to be, he's wincing a little bit there, might be holding his knee, but seems to, be hoping to gear up to come back in. But Logan Anderson on the play. Now back to the action. Metz throws over the middle, and it's caught. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Pass was complete to, looks like Austin Levine. I believe it was number 9. It's Levine on the catch. And a couple yards ahead of the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Bandits. So they'll try to continue this drive with 1:10 left in the first quarter. Third and 8 from just inside the 50-yard line. Spread look again. Metz drops back to throw, looks left, still looking left, now rolling left, motioning his receiver deep, and he's just going to run it, and he's going to be taken down for a gain of, about 6 yards. This is going to bring up 3rd and short, so really a nice play there by Jacob Metz. As he had nothing down the field, he gets a good 7 yards on the play. It's going to be 4th and a long 1. Well, now they're going to back it up. 4th and 2. And I think that's a little more accurate. 4th and 2 now for the Bandits, and this is a well within reach 4th down conversion here, as there's going to be a timeout now on the field, and we'll briefly step aside and be back with more football after this on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams, keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the second quarter. That snuck up on me. Second quarter starts a very fast-moving first quarter thus far. As we get set to start the second, Bandits now will go right, and it will be 4th and 2 for the Bandits. 0-0 between the Wildcats and Bandits. Trips right for Marshfield. Shotgun look, Metz drops back. Quick screen out to the right, and Samuels. I think Samuels heard footsteps on that one. Samuels could hear the Wildcats coming up for him that time, and I'm not sure even if he would have caught it, he would have had a first. He would have had to kind of power forward through him, but it will be a turnover on downs for the Bandits. It was Kendrick Samuels, the intended receiver, and again, he was only able to get one hand on it. Metz, I think, threw it just a little bit too far ahead. But again, I think Samuels may have heard those Wildcats creeping up on him. It is a turnover on downs. Wildcat football. And the Wildcats, again, the Bandits like to come out in a lot of trips. Both these teams go spread all game, but the Bandits like a lot of trips, looks, unbalanced formations. The Wildcats like to keep it balanced. 2 receivers on each side all game. So they're going to lose a few yards there, though. It's going to be 2nd and 13. And again, usually you go trips right, trips left. You're trying to flood one side of the field with your routes in a lot of cases. That's why you'll do that. In many cases, you go more balanced. You can try to attack the entire field. Usually you go 3 one side. You're really trying to create some matchup problems on that one side. As again, balanced look here for the Wildcats. Hughesby in the backfield at running back. Dropping back to throw. It's Barnes throwing over the middle, and it's caught wide open, and he's got some space, and he's taken down at around the 30-yard line of the Bandits. That is J.P. Hoffling on the catch once again. Hoffling's made a couple of plays. But again, Barnes has just got a lively arm back there for the Wildcats. You can see why he was the one chosen to play quarterback for this team. That is evident. A lot of athleticism Barnes has, and again, just kind of an elastic arm that he has. Can you hear that word thrown out in the NFL with obviously guys like Aaron Rodgers or Mahomes and guys that can throw at different arm angles, and just an elastic arm is the best way I can put it. Another balanced look. Bunch set here on the side closest to us, the left side. Dropping back, Barnes rolling left, steps back, looking deep. Now he's going to roll right. Keeps his eyes downfield, throws down the right sideline, and incomplete, out of bounds. And it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats from the Bandits' 30-yard line. Again, we've seen both these offenses have had pretty decent drives. The Bandits couldn't really get much going there on their last drive, but both these teams able to make a few big plays here and there, but neither one has been able to finish it off with points yet. We'll see if the Wildcats can do that here. Another balanced look here for the Wildcats. Again, it's Hughesby flanking Barnes to the left. 2nd and 10. Pass-heavy Wildcat offense. Barnes drops back to throw, out to Hughesby in the flat. And Hughesby makes one man miss, and what a block there. And I say that's going to be a blindside block, I think, on Sage Wees. Again, Wees totally freed Hughesby up to gain some extra yardage there, and I think they're going to get him with a blindside block or a block in the back. And the referee is looking like he's going to call a block in the back. Yep. So a block in the back call against the Wildcats, and that was a pretty clear one. That was a pretty clear one there. But again, it did totally free up Hughesby to gain some extra yardage, but block in the back called against Sage Weiss of the Wildcats, and that'll move Midwestern back. And it's going to be second. Should be 2nd and 15. But about 2nd and 14. Oh, yeah, you're right, Trevor. It is 2nd and 24. Barnes drops back, throws over the middle, incomplete. They did, wow, 15-yard penalty for a block in the back. Unbelievable. Okay, well, 3rd and 24. Actually, a 14-yard penalty there we had, I guess. So those block in the backs, those are hefty penalties these days, I guess. 3rd and 24 for the Bandits, or for the Wildcats. Again, blocking the backs are usually just a 10-yard penalty at most, depending on the league. Here in this league, they're 14-yard penalties. 3rd and 24 for the Wildcats. They're going to need a miraculous play from Andrew Barnes here, but again, if they're planning on going for it, all you really need is a good 15, 16 yards. And with Barnes' playmaking ability, it's not out of the question, but he's got a lot of pressure on him, and he's running around trying to make a play, still holds the ball, and now he's going to essentially throw it away. And it's incomplete. Barnes did his best to keep the play alive, and now he's down. Barnes is now down. It's on 2 knees, and I think Barnes may have gotten hit in the midsection there. He's down on the ground on 1 knee, but now he's back up. And now we have a timeout, injury timeout for Andrew Barnes. We will step aside and be back with more Bandits football after this on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Midstate Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school, Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Welcome back, everybody. As we get a look at the crowd here at Columbus Catholic High School in Marshfield. Folks coming out enjoying some football here on a Saturday afternoon. Jason getting the folks sitting in a good spot over there in the shade, under the trees there. Not that there's an abundance of sun today, but this is going to be 4th and 24 for the Wildcats. And you would think a punt's coming, but it doesn't look like it. They might not have a punt unit. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 24. Are the Wildcats. See if Marshfield brings pressure or not. Got a couple of guys acting like they're coming into blitz, but no, they drop back, only rush 4. Barnes is going deep, right sideline, and that is going to be incomplete. And whether that was caught or not, it wasn't going to be a first down. Incomplete on the play. Looks like it was Jacob Waltmate in there to break it up. And the Bandits will take over on another turnover on downs here in this one. Again, not a lot of kicking units in these leagues. Like to stick with the offensive units, and you know it's like Madden rules. You're not allowed to punt. You're not allowed to punt. You go for it no matter what. 1st and 10 for the Bandits at their own 44-yard line. Bandits, again, we talked about it, they come out trips left. They like to go with those unbalanced formations and really flood one side of the field. Metz now throwing over the middle, and it's caught for a first down. It was bobbled and caught. Great effort to keep hold of the ball. Daquan Hodges on the catch. Yeah, so Daquan Hodges on the catch. And it is 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 41. Again, trips left for the Bandits. Metz drops back to throw, looking short left. Pressure on him, spins and falls forward. And he's going to lose about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12 for Marshfield. 2nd and 12, and again, we've seen this out of the Bandits before tonight where they start the drive well. They get a big play or two, and then it kind of stalls out right around this part of the field, 40, 30-yard line. We'll see if they can change that and punch one in the end zone here. Under 10 minutes left here in the first half. Now the Bandits going to go trips right. Again, they like to run a lot of quick screens out of this as well. Watch a potential bubble screen out here. Out here to the right to Bowden. No. Handoff outside to Samuels, and Samuels is going to gain a few. Yep, so it is Samuels on the carry, and he's going to gain about 2 yards. It's going to be about 3 yards. Going to be 3rd and 8 for the Bandits now. And again, if you have the mindset where you're going to go for it on 4th down, you don't have to get all 8 yards here on 3rd. If you run a play, you can even run the football, gain 4 or 5 yards, and set yourself up for a short 4th down. Again, if you're already planning to go for it, and I can't imagine the Bandits would punt from this spot. I know that they won't kick a field goal from this spot. Again, we'll see what the Bandits go with, maybe a quick screen or a handoff rather than trying to go for that full 8, which you think the Wildcats are probably preparing for. And this is a power look here, pistol power look here for the Bandits, and they do hand it off up the middle, and they are going to gain about 5 yards. So again, exactly what we said, a good 6-yard carry, and that's going to set them up for a 4th and short. So again, I like that call. Hand it off to Bowden up the middle. You get a fullback in there as well to block for him. Actually looks like they brought in a defensive lineman to block. They did. It was Ty Wilson that they brought in to be a power blocker on that one. And they are going to say he only gained about 4 yards, so it's 4th and 4. But still, as we talked about, you make up about half that 8 yards. You set yourself up 4th and 4. You can do whatever you want. You can hand it off. You can pass the football. And again, they're in that power pistol look. Wilson to the right. They're going to hand it off again. Exact same play. Bowden powers forward, and he's got the first down. And again, I got to say, I really like those 2 play calls for the Bandits. You go with more of a power look, even though you're still in pistol. And we do have an injury on the field. Looks like for the Wildcats, another timeout on the field. We'll step aside once again. It's 0-0. Bandits and Wildcats will step aside. Be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Welcome back, everybody. Wildcats Bandits tied up at 0-0 here outside of Columbus Catholic High School at the Walt Kroll Athletic Field, home of the Columbus Dons. Bandits playing their home game here this week. 2 receivers, right handoff up the middle. That's Featherston, and he was hit hard. Spins away from it, though, and tries to power forward, but ends up, they're going to say that he lost about 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 13 here for the Bandits as Featherston is tackled in the backfield. Featherston out of Neelsville High School as we get a good look into the Bandits' huddle. Metz calls out the 2nd and 13 play. And again, there is an advantage to taking the mindset that we're going to go for it every single 4th down. Essentially, you got 4 plays to gain about 2.5 yards of play. Obviously, the Bandits behind that mark now, losing 3. It's 2nd and 13. And the Bandits, again, they're coming out in these power sets now, these power pistol sets, and they're going to hand off to Featherston again, and the Wildcats absolutely swallow up Featherston in the backfield that time, and he's going to lose another 3 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 16 for the Bandits now. So a little bit of a shift in play calling here these last few plays of the drive. The Bandits usually a spread team, quick screens, more outside runs. Now they're going to go power. Now a timeout for Marshfield. We'll keep it here and hear from our friends over at Fleet Farm. Great folks over at Fleet Farm, as don't miss Fleet Farm's Countdown to Summer event. Save on everything for outdoor work and play, from lawn and garden tools to grilling and fishing gear. Save today. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. Also, it's time to get back to work. It's time to find a great job with great pay at Nicolay Construction. Nicolay Construction of Marshfield is a well-established, family-owned business with a welcoming environment for you to be a part of today. Find year-round work in carpentry, concrete, steel, and excavation that has you home every night. Stop in and see Brad or Rob at Nicolay Construction on East 29th Street in Marshfield to get started. Get back to work with Nicolay Construction.
Hey.
And now we're going to listen into the Bandits huddle.
I want you in there, but you're a decoy. They think every time you in there, they think you're in the middle. So look, come here. This is all I need you to do. This is what we're doing right here. Come on, baby. All you're doing is going up and you're sealing out that outside, okay? You're not going to the middle, you're going to the outside.
They're ready, coach.
Let's go. All right.
Let's go, offense. Come on. Come on. Let's go, big man.
It hides the Palomalo area. It'll be good on you. Get us pull it. Pull it. There you go.
Can you push my glove?
Welcome back, everybody, as still tied at zeros with 5:20 left in the first half. As the Bandits, 3rd and 16 here. And again, similarly to their last third down, you don't have to get 16 yards in one play if you're planning to go for it on 4th. Another power set, though, and Metz quickly swings it out right. An interesting play call there, as that's going to be stuffed up in the backfield, as that was Alan Rocha on the catch, and he's going to lose another 3 or 4 yards. This is at least 4th and 20, maybe 4th and 21. But 4th and a country mile for the Bandits here. And again, I like the Bandits play call, their last set of downs with a couple power runs. Not sure about that one. You go a power set and then you throw a swing pass right. Probably would have liked something more up the field on 3rd and 16. Try to get at least 8, 9, 10 yards. Instead, it's 4th and 20 for Marshfield. Trips right. Trips right. This is the typical Bandits look. I would say really their base look is trips right to left. Metz drops back, steps up in the pocket under pressure. Now going to try to run with it, spins forward and falls. He's going to gain a good 5 or 6 yards, but that'll be a turnover on downs for the Bandits. So we're still scoreless here in Marshfield. 4 minutes left in the first half. And the Wildcat offense will come back onto the field. And again, both these teams have had some big plays. You think in order to score, all their drives have really been the same. They start off the drive with a few nice plays, get down the field, get down to the 40, 30-yard line of the opponent. And then it's usually been stalling out. So you have to think if these teams want to score, they likely will need to get a big play and just take a good 50, 60-yard catch run to the house if they want to put it into the end zone. At least that's what we've seen thus far. From what we've seen thus far, that's what we're going to need. Again, Wildcats back in their base look. Shotgun, 2 receivers right and left. Andrew Barnes in the backfield. Hughes B flanking him to the right. Barnes drops back. He's got pressure right away. Trying to step up, break out of it. He can't. Throws it away. Heady play there by Barnes as he's got 3 Bandits hanging on him and he throws it away. As Barnes was out of the pocket there. So no intentional grounding call. Yes, the quarterback was outside of the pocket, and that is a correct call. Andrew Barnes was clearly outside of the pocket. And it's just an incomplete pass. The referee's making a good call there. 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Again, balance set here. Shotgun look. Barnes flanked to the right by Hughesby. Barnes drops back to throw. Rolls right, looking, steps back up, still holding the ball. Bandits chasing him, throws right and incomplete. Could have been intercepted as that one hit Hodges right in the hands. But he deflects it away and it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 now for the Midwestern Wildcats. But again, you see in this league, these teams not necessarily with a lot of different formations they come and throw at you. The Bandits actually have come out with a few different looks here this evening. They've had, of course, their normal shotgun look, trips right, trips left. More of a balanced look like we see with the Wildcats. And then they pulled out that power look where they've had up to as many as 3 running backs and fullbacks in the backfield. But as far as I've seen, the the only formation the Wildcats have been in is that base 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, shotgun look, usually with Hughesby flanking Barnes to the right, and there's nothing wrong with that. You stick in the same look, you're not keying off any other formation, what you might want to do. Barnes, pressure right away, breaks out of it, steps up in the pocket, throws right sideline too high for his intended receiver, Hughesby, and it brings up 4th and 10. 4th and 10 for the Wildcats, but are we going to expect them to punt the ball? I don't think so. Going to go for it, I'm guessing, in their own territory at their own 35-yard line. Again, it's Madden rules here. No punts allowed. And again, I'm just going to assume Wildcats don't have a reliable punting unit, especially if they're not going to punt in this situation. And I might have jinxed it. I think they're going to punt now. They are going to come out and punt. So Wildcats will punt. 4th and 10 at their own 36. See what this looks like. Cody Swenis back to punt, and that's a short one, but it bounces back and down to the 37-yard line again. So if the Wildcats have a punting unit, I'm very shocked that they didn't punt the ball when it was 4th and 24. That's a shocking, kind of a shocker to me. But they punt it there, and the Bandits are going to start their drive at their own 38-yard line. I don't know. What do you think, Trevor and Gavin? Do you think it's a good idea to punt when it's 4th and 24? Or okay, good idea. All right, good idea. It's the consensus on the Zaleski Sports team tonight. It's a good idea to punt when it's 4th and 24. And now a timeout. 2-minute warning here in Marshfield. We'll step aside, be back with the final 2 minutes of the first half right after this on Zaleski Sports.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together. Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get a live look at some, I believe, Wildcat fans. That's going to be my guess. I see some green on his shirt there, but Wildcat fans enjoying the action here this evening. Yeah, 2-minute warning, yep. And as we get set to resume play here at the 2-minute warning, as it is, I don't believe it's first. Well, the Bandits are taking over. Yeah, it was changed. Yep, it was a punt. My memory is failing me. 38-yard line for the Bandits, their own 38. They got 2 minutes to try to put together a end-of-half drive, and that's going to be a false start. Say about a third of the team went, 2/3 stayed put, and it'll be 1st and 15. And they call the false start on Alan Rocha, wide receiver. He was one of them that went, but surely wasn't the only one. Getting the clock situated back at 2 minutes. So the Bandits going to be behind the chains here, 1st and 15. trips right. Metz calls out the Mike linebacker. Motion man comes across. Metz drops back, looks right immediately. Pump fakes. Now he's going deep into double coverage. That's out of bounds. I like the play, though, from the Bandits. It looked like it was either a slant and go or a curl and go, a double move over on that right sideline as the intended receiver was Rocha again. And again, it looks like a double move there on the right sideline. I like it. It really, Rocha had, he was open. Wasn't wide open, but Metz just missed him a little bit, led him a little too far to the sideline. So it would have been a tough throw, but play worked well. Just wasn't properly executed. 2nd and 15 for the Bandits as we wind down this first half. 1:52 left. Bandits trying to get an end of half score. It will be the Wildcats with the ball to start the second half. They deferred. Metz drops back. Quick swing pass out right to Hodges. Hodges jukes outside, and he'll get just past the line of scrimmage, maybe right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a few inches, maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd and 14 for the Bandits. .147 now left in the first half, and the Bandits better be careful here, as if they continue to stop the clock, they're going to give the Wildcats a little bit of time, if they're not able to get a first down, try to put up a score. You're going to get behind the chains. You got to start thinking about potentially wasting time off if you're not going to be able to get the first. Otherwise, to leave it open to the opportunity of the Wildcats getting the ball, scoring before halftime, especially. Seems like Andrew Barnes has got a pretty decent arm on him, the Wildcats quarterback, but that'll mean nothing if the Bandits can get a first down here. Metz drops back, rolling left, steps back, throws left, right sideline, and it's picked off. Running down the right sideline and tackled for the INT. Trying to get a look at who made the pick. And I believe, let's see here, Sage Weiss on the interception for the Wildcats, and that's the last thing you needed if you're the Bandits. Not only the Wildcats now have plenty of time, they have great field position to try to put up a score before halftime. With 1 minute and 35 seconds left, it'll be the Wildcats at the Bandits' 28-yard line with a chance to put up a score before half, and again, they get the ball to start the second half. Again, shotgun look, that base look for the Wildcats. Barnes drops back to throw, throws left sideline, incomplete. Just missed his man Weiss out there on the left sideline. The clock stops. Again, we'll see if the Wildcats try to get Andrew Barnes on the move a little bit here. That's really where he had success on a couple of their drives earlier in the game, was when they got him on the move. He's rolling right and left with the option to throw or run. It's been where Barnes has been at his best today. And now Hughesby flanks Barnes to the left, but mostly to the right throughout the game. Barnes drops back to throw. A quick drop back, throws left sideline. That was the exact same play. And Barnes may have missed a wide open touchdown there. He may have had J.P. Hoffling going deep over the middle with little to no defenders around him. So now it's 3rd and 10. And again, that just looked like the exact same play we saw on first down, and it was the exact same result. Barnes just led his receiver a little too far, Sage Weiss. And it's incomplete again. 3rd and 10 here for the Wildcats now. Again, we'll see if they try to get Barnes on the move a little bit here. That was just 2 straight dropbacks and quick throws. Bandits show blitz. Drop back out of it. They rush 3. Now they throw over the middle, and again, incomplete. So again, just 3 straight dropbacks for Barnes, and really he's had so much success rolling right, rolling left, and having the opportunity to run the football or throw it. I'm surprised that the Wildcats didn't have Barnes moving side to side, or at least that Barnes didn't take it upon himself to roll left or right. It's going to bring up 4th and 10 with 1:23 left in the first half. Same formation. Hughesby flanks Barnes to the left. They're going to go for it. 4th and 10 at the Bandits' 28-yard line. Barnes drops back, pressure, and he throws right, incomplete again. Again, that was definitely the worst possession I've seen all game from the Wildcats. That was... And we're going to step aside, quick 30-second break, and be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you, and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get a close-up shot of the Bandits' offensive huddle. They are back on offense with 1:19, so that interception cost them nothing. So the Wildcats not able to do anything, not able to gain a yard on that possession. Now the Bandits going to look to go again, and they got this power look. Well, they started in that power look again. 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Looks like Bowden. And Bowden falls forward for about 3 yards, made 1 man miss. Now the clock runs. And an injury on the field for the Bandits with 1:07 left. Still zeros on the scoreboard. We'll step aside, be back with the end of the first half after this on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Still in an injury timeout here, but it gives us a chance to take a look at our schedule next week, what we'll have broadcasted on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. The first thing to keep in mind, Tuesday of next week, we have, excuse me, we have sectional softball, sectional baseball next week. So we got Spash in Eau Claire North next week in Eau Claire. In Crivets, we have Stratford and Oconto, Amherst and Kewanee. As well as in Gillette, we have Columbus Catholic, Marshfield home Columbus Catholic Dons against Lena in sectional baseball. And then Thursday, some sectional semifinal soccer. We have Aquinas at Assumption, sectional semifinal soccer. And then don't forget, state softball is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday next week as well. But again, for baseball, we have Legion baseball that starts next week as well. Friday, we have Everest at Plover. Again, all these games mentioned here broadcasted live on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. Everest at Plover, Legion baseball. Marshfield at Anago. Viroqua at Wisconsin Rapids. Marshfield Chaparrals at Wapaka. Of course, that's not Legion. But Saturday as well, we have a doubleheader. Holman at Stevens Point. Legion baseball. Plover at Marinette. Plover versus Appleton as well. Marshfield at Viroqua. Wisconsin Rapids at Tomahawk. And we also have Bandits football next week as well. A week from today. All right, so we're gonna go to our halftime show a little bit early here. We have an injured player, it looks, on the field, and this might take a bit of time. It looks like we have an injured player on the field. We're gonna go to our halftime show, and we'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
I started coaching my very first year. I was 24. I was coaching down in when I lived in Arkansas. I started my first year coaching junior high track for Annie Camp Junior High School in Jonesboro, Arkansas. After that, I got into coaching little kids football down there as well during the fall. And that's when I guess I want to say I found my calling when it came to football coaching. Because after there, my first year I went coaching, I went 3-4. I think that was the only season that I've had since I've coached that I've had a losing season and everything. Let me see. The next year after that, I took my team to the championship game. We lost in the championship game. It was a heartbreaker too. I want to say the next 2 years after that, my team made it to the championship as well. Or no, the year after that, we made it to the semifinals and lost. And then my last year coaching before I moved to Texas, we went to the championship game in that one. And I couldn't be there for that game. And I don't know, I blame it on that one every day that we lost that game because I wasn't there. But yeah, I called the guys and, the guys were just crying. They was like, "Coach, we lost." And I was like, man, I know how hard you guys worked for this and everything, but man, it always breaks my heart to see my players, cry, because I've seen what they worked hard for and everything, and it's right there in their fingertips, and it just falls through. After that, I took a break from coaching. After that, I got back into playing football down in Texas for a few teams, the Denton County Rhinos and the Dallas Trojans. Actually won a national championship in semi-pro football with the Dallas Trojans. After that, I moved to Wisconsin and got back into coaching and started coaching at Black River Falls High School. I was the defensive back coach there in my first year. I was defensive back and the quarterback coach there. Then my second year, I was the receiver coach, the defensive back coach, and part-time like quarterback coach as well. Then I got into my first year coaching semi-pro football last year with the Bandits, and it turned out to be a pretty good season. I was kind of nervous at first. My goal was every coach goal is to always go into the season, try to win the championship and everything. But my goal, I set like a small goals for myself and everything. And the one goal that I had was to just finishing the season, if not first or second or in the division. And, we ended up second in the division, and we ended up, with a winning record. We matched the total losses that we had from the very first year that we came about. And I want to say we won 4 more than we did the first year. So we ended the season with a 6-4 record and everything, with the first round exit out of the playoffs and everything. But I just gotta say I was really proud of the guys and everything, and the teams that we lost to. Just except for that Mad Dogs game, the game that we lost, that one right there. Besides that one was the only one that I feel like we should have won that one. And everything. It came down to the wire, 12-6 game and everything. So it's a lot of emotion going into this game tomorrow with this team and stuff. So, but I want to say, is that like the Rough Riders, that one right there, losing to them twice. I mean, if you look at it, they had a phenomenal team, last year and everything. And, losing to them, if you look at it, it's kind of a good thing. The only losses that we had, minus the Mad Dogs game, was to teams that's won this league championship, before. So it's a pretty, good, starting point, for the Bandits.
We're talking to Marshfield Bandits head coach Roosevelt Johnson. Marshfield Bandits football on Zaleski Sports is sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Choose your next new adventure with the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Find the recruiting office in Marshfield. Coach, you talked about last year a little bit. Let's just put a bow on last year. I think one of the things you said that kind of sparked my ear a little bit was that you weren't maybe a little bit nervous at first and maybe not sure how it was going to go. At what point during the season did you realize this is a good fit? I like being a Marshfield Bandit.
I want to say it was it may sound bad, but I don't think so. But I want to say it was game 2 into the season, not game 2 of the game that we had, but game 2 into the season. And that's when it kind of was like the nerves kind of settled down and everything. And I actually was able to get, full swing, motion into my coaching atmosphere and everything.
Before we talk about this year, tell us a little bit more about, kind of philosophy in coaching a team like this. You probably watch a lot of college football. We got the NFL draft going on now, so the NFL is topical again. How much inspiration do you get from, watching collegiate football or even NFL teams?
A lot, actually. My favorite college team is Texas Longhorns. Hook 'em horns. Just watching the coaches that came through there that they've had and everything, and the one that they've had that they got now, Steve Sarkisian. I've watched him, his coaching style from when he was at USC, when he was at Alabama as well, and just some of the smaller stops that he's had over the years, and even Tom Herman when he was there and everything. Just those guys, just looking at them and just looking at the defensive coordinators that they bring in and stuff, and just looking at the defensive style, how they run their defenses and everything. And I wouldn't say I kind of mirror it off of it and everything. It's more so it just gives me that, that fire to hey, I want to see myself one day, in like a Texas Longhorn coaching shirt or something like that. That's the biggest dream, that I have. It was as a player. But that dream's gone. Now I can still get there as a coach. So, I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is to get there, eventually. But I mean, starting off small and, just going from there and just getting my, just feet in the door, just to go from there, really.
You mentioned every year the goal is win a championship. Championship teams are one unit. They play together, they walk together, they talk together. They're one unit. That's Pee Wee, high school, college, all the way on up. And your team is no different. Every year there's some new faces. You got to blend in with the guys that are currently there. How do you go about that kind of process of getting everybody together?
I mean, like the process that I did, with far as like getting this team together and everything, was I went out and got a bunch of like a lot of younger guys and everything. Like our team, averages like 19 to 23, players, like age-wise on players. And I mean, with those guys, you get a bunch of younger guys, and then you get a bunch of older guys. You got to find some way to bridge that gap, between the generations of playing styles and, the way every player has played the game of football and everything. So basically, I use myself as that bridge to, like, I feel like I'm still part of, like, the older crew, but I still feel like I'm still part of the younger crew as well, because, I mean, I'm only 33. So, I mean, I still feel like I'm, like, in that middle range to, like, bring these guys together. And I really feel like that the guys that I have this year, adding, continuing from the guys that we had from last year that came back this year and adding a bunch of new faces and everything. I feel like, like I found like that core, group of guys to, like, take this team to go forward, where it needs to be.
You can't win a championship without winning a couple games along the way. Every game is one step at a time. You mentioned the Mad Dogs already. Home opener on Saturday. What do you have in mind? What are we looking for on Saturday as the Bandits take the field against the Mad Dogs?
I mean, honestly, a very competitive game. The game that we had against them last year, it was a very defensive game and everything. Both of the offenses struggled in that game. Their offense, just made a few more key plays than we did and everything. But I want to say, the guys that we have, a lot of those guys that we have on the team this year was on that team, from last year, that was ready for that game 2 against them, but that never happened. And so when them guys, when I told them, hey, we got them first game of the season, like them guys was like fired up and they was ready and stuff. So I feel like, those guys are going to come out hungry tomorrow, and I feel like it's going to be a really good game.
There we go. All right, Austin, second year with the team. Why back this year? What's good about the Bandits?
What's good about the Bandits is we're a great brand of brothers. We had a great thing going. We finished strong last year, just looking to improve upon that and come back with guys that I'm familiar with.
Got a couple practices left, preseason game. What are some of the goals for that first preseason game?
Definitely goals for me is just to go out there, execute the playbook well, make sure I can show Coach what I can do, and hopefully come out with a dub still a good game.
You talked about improvement from last year, coming into this year. Last year, a playoff team.
Yep.
What are some of the goals beyond that this year?
Definitely not get knocked out in the first round playoffs. Definitely make it farther. The ultimate goal is to get a ring.
Yeah. So, Toby, tell us about the Marshfield Bandits this year.
Bandits, we do have a lot of return players, especially on defense. Our offense is a little bit new. We have some return players, but it's going to be a little bit different of a look. Run different offense this year. Hopefully we will be able to do more offensive scoring than we did last year. So that's the hope.
Tell us about what's new for you this year. What should fans expect out of Toby this year?
I am no longer running deep routes. I will be quarterback, hopefully throwing the deep routes. And yeah.
You talk about offense, trying to put some more points on the board this year. Defense was pretty solid last year. What do you talk about with your defensive teammates to keep that work up going into the season?
Honestly, I don't talk to the defensive players that much, primarily because they know what they're doing. They had a really solid run. In all honesty, they carried the team last year, and they were the reason why we got to the playoffs at the end of the day. And with all the players returning, it's looking to be the same. So this will be we will rely on the defense, just hopefully not as much as we had to last year.
let's talk about expectations for this year, because last year it was different, coming off an inaugural season. In a lot of ways, anything was going to be better than that first year just because of an inaugural season. Now, some extra pressure on you in the team. Everybody else in the league knows you, knows what you're capable of. Tell us about the expectations, knowing all of those things.
I think the pressure and the expectations are the same as last year. We have the same goals last year, which is getting the ring, winning a championship. So that is still the goal. That will always be the goal. But as Austin said previously, we will make the playoffs, and we're looking to get past the first round. But at the end of the day, our goal is winning the championship.
Once upon a time, Allen Iverson told us about practice. You got the game, though, on Saturday. So tell us, what are some things you and your offensive guys want to get figured out during that game on Saturday?
This will be our first official test of the new offensive scheme. We have a lot of new players.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I believe it was TJ Lau that was taken off in an ambulance. We wish him the best. Hopefully he's all right and is able to make a quick recovery from whatever injury he suffered. But here it's Metz. He's going to go way deep down the right sideline, and Taquan Hodges drops the touchdown. That would have been 6 points. It was a well-thrown ball by Metz right over the shoulder, and Hodges just not quite able to come up with it. And like we talked about, it's starting to look like if either of these teams want to score, it's going to have to be with a big play. And there it was, but Hodges just not quite able to come up with the catch. And now 1:01 left here in the first half. It's now 3rd down and 6 for the Bandits. A little bit of sun starting to shine through. So we're hearing it's a non-contact right hip injury to TJ Lau. Again, hopefully he's all right. Taken out in an ambulance. Wishing him the best. Metz going deep again. Exact same play, just different receiver. This time Metz overthrows him. So again, they liked what they saw the first time around. They said, hey, let's try it again. And again, the play worked again. This time it was just Metz that overthrew the receiver that time. This time it was Alan Rocha as the intended receiver. So a couple of missed opportunities there for the Bandits to potentially put some points on the board before the half ends with 55 seconds left. We'll see if the Bandits maybe try to just get a small chunk of this. It's 4th and 6 instead of going deep for the touchdown immediately. See if they just try to, gain 10, 15 yards, get a moderate amount of yardage. No, they're going to punt it. It's Bowden, the high snap, and he's going to try to kick this away. He does, and that takes a very advantageous Bandits roll all the way down to the Wildcat 47, and the Wildcats are going to have a chance to try to score again with 43 seconds left. So we've had about 4 possessions in the span of a minute and 15 seconds now. It's both these teams really just trying to air it out and score. A flag down. Holding against the Bandits. And that's going to move the Wildcats up about 10 yards. And the Wildcats moved away. Oh, they're moving this. So it's from the spot of the penalty. That is a huge flag on the Bandits. That's 10 yards from the spot of the penalty, which was at the 23. So the Wildcats are going to have 43 seconds to score from the Bandits' 12. Or the Bandits' 10. Yeah, 12. 11, 12-yard line. And no, they're okay. They're going to make him re-punt. This is going to be tough for Bowden, and he does get it away. Good punt from Bowden. So they do make them re-punt the ball, and it is going to wind up being slightly better field position for the Wildcats. So what happened there, holding call, the Wildcats, I'm guessing they could have chosen to decline it. They chose to accept it, try to get better field position, and it does work out for them in that they are going to get about 10 yards better field position than what they would have otherwise. And the clock is now at 19 seconds, which is wrong. They're going to change it to 40. But again, that does still take more time off the clock for the Wildcats, so I'm not sure if that ended up really working out for the Wildcats, but nonetheless, I understand the decision, as the Wildcats will be at the Bandits, let's call it 43. And they'll have 43 seconds to try to put it in the end zone. Again, we've had 4 possessions in a minute and 20 seconds here in this one. Shotgun look. Shotgun look here for the Wildcats. Andrew Barnes drops back to throw. Extra blocker back there, throwing over the middle, and it is caught for about a 7-yard gain. Wildcats going to call timeout. No, an injury timeout for the Bandits once again. So with that injury, we're going to step aside again and be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Welcome back, everybody. It was Ty Wilson down on the injury. He seems to be okay. He's stretching out his ankle, it looks like, trying to work that in. Leg injury, but he's in good spirits coming to the sideline. Seems to be all right. And 2nd and 4 here for the Wildcats at the Bandits' 37-yard line. 34 seconds left in the half. Trips right here for the Wildcats. First time we've seen that. Barnes drops back, rolls left, steps up in the pocket. He's got some space, slides down. Good decision there, and he gets a first. And I believe we have a timeout here for the Wildcats. We're down to 18 seconds left. And yes, we have a timeout on the field. Timeout on the field, 18 seconds for the Wildcats on offense. With that, we will hear from one of our great sponsors at Zaleski Sports. H&S Manufacturing in Marshfield is hiring. If you are a hardworking individual, then we need you. Do you want a solid company that offers top wages along with a very generous benefits package? Then check out our open positions at H&S. Our benefits include health, dental, life, and disability, plus 401k, cash bonuses, $2 shift bonus, and a substantial vacation plan that has you earning vacation from your very first day. We are looking for welders, painters, and assemblers for both first and second shift. To apply online, Google us at H&S Manufacturing or log on to hsmfgco.com. Also, Hawkins Ash CPAs is the certified public accounting firm that is big enough to serve you but small enough to care. Accounting professionals in the firm's Marshfield office provide local tax and accounting services and are backed with the resources and support of 9 other offices and more than 150 team members. Contact Hawkins Ash CPAs in Marshfield for all your tax and accounting needs. Visit them online at hawkinsash.cpa to learn more. It's the Wildcats with a 1st and 10 at the Bandits 33, 18 seconds left. Barnes drops back, rolls right, flag down. He runs with it, goes out of bounds for about a 4-yard gain, and we likely are going to have a holding call on the Wildcats. See what the official call is here. And it is holding on Midwestern. 12 seconds left, and Midwestern might have to throw up a last-second heave here pretty shortly. They call holding on Jesse Sanchez of the Wildcats. And they'll move him back 10 yards. Or 13 yards. It's going to be 1st and 23. Well, I guess, okay. So from the spot of the foul, back 10. 2nd and 23 for the Wildcats. 12 seconds remaining. Barnes drops back. He's got pressure on him. He rolls right. Looking. He's going to run and go out of bounds with 4 seconds left on the first half clock. And it'll be second and about 21. So didn't gain much. 2nd and 21 from the Bandits' 43-yard line for the Wildcats. And you have to think, as this is going to be a last-second heave to the end zone. We'll see if Barnes can get it there. Barnes has got a decent arm. We'll see if he can make the 43, 45-ish yard bomb to the end zone. Going to have to get some protection to do that. Maybe they'll go with a quick screen. But last play of the first half. No running backs in the backfield. 5 wide set. Barnes rolling left. And yep, he's going to set up to throw deep. Flags down. He can't get it to the end zone. And it is intercepted by the Bandits. And they're trying to strip the ball loose now, taking him down as it was picked off by Russell Reiner, but that should do it for the first half. It looks like the penalty is going to be a holding call on the Wildcats. And you'd think Marshfield would decline that. They are going to decline it. And this should be the end of the first half. Well, the referees are going to talk about it. Referees discussing. Again, this should be pretty simple. If it's a holding call on the Wildcats, should be pretty simple. Yes, holding offense. So they call a holding on the Wildcats and then also a holding on a penalty against the Bandits after the interception, and they say those offset. But I'm almost positive that's wrong. I'm almost positive that is incorrect. Yeah, because the penalty would have occurred after the pick, which means nothing. All right, nonetheless, we're going to play another down here in the first half. Another chance for the Wildcats to throw it deep. Barnes goes deep, and it is incomplete. End of the first half after about a 4-hour last 2 minutes. And we're going to take a break, step aside, and be back with the second half after this on Zaleski Sports.
I started coaching my very first year. I was 24. I was coaching down in when I lived in Arkansas. I started my first year. I mean, just watching the coaches that came through there that they've had and everything, and the one that they've had that they got now, Steve Sarkisian. I've watched him, his coaching style from when he was at USC, when he was at Alabama as well, and just some of the smaller stops that he's had over the years, and even Tom Herman when he was there and everything. Just those guys, just looking at them and just looking at the defensive coordinators that they bring in and stuff, and just looking at the defensive style, how they run their defenses and everything. And I mean, I wouldn't say I kind of like, mirror it off of it and everything. It's more so it just gives me that, that fire to like, hey, I mean, I want to see myself one day, in like a Texas Longhorn coaching shirt or something like that. I mean, that's like, the biggest dream, that I have. I mean, it was as a player, but, that dream's gone. Now I can still get there as a coach. So, I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is to get there, eventually. But I mean, starting off small and, just going from there and just getting my, just feet in the door, just to go from there, really.
You mentioned every year the goal is to win a championship. Championship teams are one unit. They play together, they walk together, they talk together. They're one unit. And that's Pee Wee, high school, college, all the way on up. And your team is no different. Every year there's some new faces. You got to blend in with the guys that are currently there. How do you go about that kind of process of getting everybody together?
I mean, like the process that I did, with far as like getting this team together and everything was, I went out and got a bunch of like a lot of younger guys and everything. Like our team, averages like 19 to 23, players, like age wise on players. And I mean, with those guys, you get a bunch of younger guys, and then you get a bunch of older guys. You got to find some way to bridge that gap, between the generations of playing styles and, the way every player has played the game of football and everything. So basically, I use myself as that bridge to like, I feel like I'm still part of like, the older crew, but I still feel like I'm still part of the younger crew as well, because I mean, I'm only 33. So, I mean, I still feel like I'm like in that middle range to like, bring these guys together. And I really feel like that the guys that I have this year, adding, continuing from the guys that we had from last year that came back this year and adding a bunch of new faces and everything. I feel like, like I found like that core, group of guys to like, take this team to go forward, where it needs to be.
You can't win a championship without winning a couple games along the way. Every game is one step at a time. You mentioned the Mad Dogs already. Home opener on Saturday. What do you have in mind? What are we looking for on Saturday as the Bandits take the field against the Mad Dogs?
I mean, honestly, a very competitive game. The game that we had against them last year, it was a very defensive game and everything. Both of the offenses struggled in that game. Their offense, just made a few more key plays than we did and everything. But I want to say, the guys that, we have, a lot of those guys that we have on the team this year was on that team, from last year, that was ready for that game 2 against them, but that never happened. And so when them guys, when I told them, hey, we got them first game of the season, like them guys was like fired up and they was ready and stuff. So I feel like, those guys are going to come out hungry tomorrow. And I feel like it's going to be a really good game.
There we go. All right, Austin, second year with the team. Why back this year? What's good about the Bandits?
What's good about the Bandits is we're a great brand of brothers. We got a great thing going. We finished strong last year, just looking to improve upon that and come back with guys I'm familiar with.
Got a couple practices left, preseason game. What are some of the goals for that first preseason game?
Definitely goal for me is just to go out there, execute the playbook well, make sure I can show coach what I can do, and hopefully come out with a dub still a good game.
You talked about improvement from last year, coming into this year. Last year, a playoff team.
Yep.
What are some of the goals beyond that this year?
Definitely not get knocked out in the first round playoffs. Definitely make it farther. The ultimate goal is to get a ring.
Yeah. So, Toby, tell us about the Marshfield Bandits this year.
Bandits, we do have a lot of return players, especially on defense. Our offense is a little bit new. We have some return players, but it's going to be a little bit different of a look. Run different offense this year. Hopefully we will be able to do more offensive scoring than we did last year. So that's the hope.
Tell us about what's new for you this year. What should fans expect out of Toby this year?
I am no longer running deep routes. I will be quarterback, hopefully throwing the deep routes. And yeah.
You talk about offense, trying to put some more points on the board this year. Defense was pretty solid last year. What do you talk about with your defensive teammates to keep that work up going into the season?
Honestly, I don't talk to the defensive players that much, primarily because they know what they're doing. They had a really solid run. In all honesty, they carried the team last year, and they were the reason why we got to the playoffs at the end of the day. And with all the players returning, it's looking to be the same. So this will be we will rely on the defense, just hopefully not as much as we had to last year.
Let's talk about expectations for this year, because last year it was different, coming off an inaugural season. In a lot of ways, anything was going to be better than that first year just because of an inaugural season. Now, some extra pressure on you in the team. Everybody else in the league knows you, knows what you're capable of. Tell us about the expectations, knowing all of those things.
I think the pressure and the expectations are the same as last year. We have the same goals last year, which is getting a ring, winning a championship. So that is still the goal. That will always be the goal. But as Austin said previously, we will make the playoffs, and we're looking to get past the first round. But at the end of the day, our goal is winning the championship.
Once upon a time, Alan Iverson told us about practice. You got the game, though, on Saturday. So tell us, what are some things you and your offensive guys want to get figured out during that game on Saturday?
This will be our first official test of the new offensive scheme. We have a lot of new players, like we said, so this is really going to be a test of how well we have memorized the playbook, how well we have practiced. Just as everyone says, how you practice is how you play. So our practices, they have been miserable because of the weather and the field and running in muck. So it sounds like it's going to be cold the first game, so we are prepared for that for sure. But some nice weather would be nice, and just working on our offense, making it smooth and so on.
Single to his right, and the give to Featherston. Featherston up the middle, and is in for the touchdown. Jackson Ott, and Ott is on the move down the far side. Ott needs a block and gets it, and it's a house call for Jackson Ott, a pick six.
Welcome back, everybody. We're set to start the second half. Tied at zeros. Bandits and Wildcats. Bandits of Marshfield, Wildcats of Midwestern on the Black River Falls area. On the return here. Nice return. Takes it out to the 42-yard line. On the return, J.P. Hoffling showing some speed there. And again, to explain that referee's call, talk to the refs at halftime. Sounds like it was the right call. Again, they can't end the half or a game on offsetting penalties. On 2 penalties. So for that, they had to replay the down to end the half. So cleared that up. Wildcat football. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Barnes hands it off up the middle. A rare running play for the Wildcats. And they get some good yardage. Connor Hughesby up the middle for 8 yards. It's 2nd and 2. All right, so 2nd and 2 now for the Wildcats as they try to get something going here offensively. As we're still scoreless here in the second half. And both these teams come in at 0-4. They're going to hand off up the middle again to Hughesby. Hughesby breaks out of a couple tackles. Goes to the sideline and should have a first down. And he will. So a first down for Hughesby and the Wildcats. First and 10 at the Wildcat 36. Back on their base look. Barnes. Hughesby flanks him. Fakes to Hughesby, now rolls right. Stutter steps, continues to run right. He's going to take this and tuck it down. Going to gain a good 3 or 4 yards there, it looks like. We'll see where they mark it. About 4 yards, 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. Second and 6 at the Wildcat 40. And looks like we have a timeout. We do have a timeout, and we're going to listen in on the Bandits huddle here. All right, here we go. Wildcats handoff outside. Hughesby has a corner, and he's got some more space down the left sideline, knocked out of bounds by Hodges. What a run that time for Connor Hughesby, and we're seeing a bit of a game plan change here for the Wildcats. Coming out here in the second half with more of a run-first mindset. After the first half, it was pretty much all through the air for Midwestern. First and 10 from the Bandit 18. And the Wildcats are threatening to score once again. They just haven't been able to finish off a drive yet. See if they can do it here. Barnes, hands off up the middle. That's a nice carry there. Good 5 or so yard gain. Looks like it was Sammy McBride on the carry, his first carry of the game. Call it 4 yards, 2nd and 6 for Midwestern. 2nd and 6, and we'll see what the Wildcats decide to do here. One receiver left, 2 right. Looks like, do they have a... Had a tight end in there that time. Barnes had a wide open receiver over the middle right away. The pressure kind of got into his face. He wasn't able to see him. But he had, looked like Sage Weiss open for a touchdown if he would have had potentially a little more time. And Weiss is putting his arms up like, I was wide open, man. That's what Weiss is telling Barnes right now, is I had a wide open touchdown. But again, a little bit of pressure there. Barnes would have had to see him right away and get rid of it right away. Didn't, and it brings up 3rd and 6. And again, the Wildcats have gone with a tight end much of this half. This time they go trips right. Barnes drops back. Quick screen out to Weiss, and Weiss dropped it. Weiss dropped the ball, and it's never good when you're a receiver. And Weiss is talking to Barnes again about something. I mean, that one Weiss just dropped, but it's never good if you're a receiver. And after a play, you complain about not getting the football, and the next play you drop it. Fourth and 6 now for the Wildcats. Again, it's Sammy McBride flanking Barnes in the backfield. Barnes drops back, rolls right, has some time, throws right, and it's caught for 1st down. Looks like he got Weiss again, and it will be 1st and goal for the Wildcats after that 1st down. And this is the first goal-to-go situation we've had all night. The Wildcats, the closest they've come all game to scoring. 1st and goal. Got a tight end again. Dropping back, Barnes, he hands off, and that's going to be stuffed up for a minimal gain. Maybe a gain of 1 for Barnes. But no more than that. 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. And the Wildcats with 3 more chances to put up a score here. Two receivers right, tight end left. That's Weiss, or wingback rather. Barnes drops back. He has Weiss over the middle, and Weiss dropped it again. So again, that was very similar to the play he was wide open on earlier. He was open again that time. That went right off his hands. It was a little high, but hit him in the hands. That's just a drop from Sage Weiss. So 3rd and goal now for the Wildcats. Can they convert and score the first points of the evening? Shotgun look again, back in their base set. Barnes drops back. Bandits with pressure. He rolls left, throws to the end zone. Weiss, touchdown, Wildcats. And Midwestern gets on the board for the first time, and it's Sage Weiss with the redemption touchdown snag. He catches that one. And a touchdown for the Wildcats. And they put up the first points of the game. It's 6-0 Midwestern. Again, that was Weiss again. Makes up for the 2 drops and scores the touchdown and catches the football when it matters there. 6-0 Wildcats. We'll see if they go for a field goal here, if they are going to try to go for the 2. Looks like they're going to go for it. Pistol set. First time we've seen them in the pistol look. They're showing a lot more packages and formations here in the second half. Barnes, stutter steps, rolls right, steps up, throws, and it's deflected away by Jacob Altimate. And the 2-point conversion, no good. And the Wildcats stay up 6-0. With that, we'll take a quick break and be back with more football after this on Zaleski Sports.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
Welcome back, everybody. It'll be Bandits football here as the Wildcats kick off. Just put up the first touchdown, first points of the night. And again, it is J.P. Hoffling to kick off for Midwestern. He started the game off with the kickoff as well. Decent kick from Hoffling. It'll roll, continue to roll, and Marshfield's going to have to pick it up. Hodges does. Surveys his blocking, cuts up the field, spins out of a tackle, falls forward to about the 34-yard line for the Bandits, and that's where they will start their first drive of the second half. That Wildcat drive took off 5 minutes and 39 seconds of the second half clock. And we'll see if the Bandits can do something similar to what the Wildcats were able to do their first possession of the second half. And the Bandits come out in shotgun. Looks like trips left. Bunch formation left here. Makes you think they might want to go with a quick screen over there. And wow, I don't know if I call that a trick play, but Bowden took the snap. So that was interesting. Bowden cut in front of Metz and took the direct snap across in the little sweep. Gained a yard. Interesting play design there. I don't know if I've seen that where he didn't really come in motion. The snap just kind of came and Bowden cut out in front of Metz and took the ball. Shotgun set again. Bunch right this time with the receivers. Metz will hand off up the middle to Bowden. Bowden breaks out of the tackle in the backfield and powers forward for about 7 yards. So Bowden could have been down in the backfield, was hit in the backfield, instead breaks out of it, gains 6 yards, and it's 3rd and 3 for the Bandits. Third and 3 as the Bandits try to put together their first scoring drive of the night. At their own 41-yard line, it's 3rd and 3. Metz Brings his man in motion. Trips left. And bunched left as well. Metz, tough snap. Corrals it, falls forward, and gains about a yard on the play. And it will bring up 4th and about 2 for Marshfield. And the Bandits, they're going to go for it. They're going to punt. I'm guessing we're going to go for it here. The Bandits are taking a lot of time here. They have to watch their play clock because they're taking quite a bit of time before this 4th down play. I would not be shocked if they get called for a delay of game here. And they're going to have to hurry. They are going to go for it. And they get the play off barely in time. Handoff up the middle, and that is going to be short of the line to gain. Play made by Patrick O'Brien to stuff that up in the backfield. And that'll be another turnover on downs. The Wildcats will take over in Bandit territory. So will be Wildcat football 1st and 10 at the Bandits' 43-yard line. So the Wildcats with great field position again here. So we're back to Wildcat huddle. All right, Wildcat ball. Here's Barnes. He's going to hand off up the middle to Hughesby. Hughesby is stuffed. And he might have lost a yard there. Now they're going to give him a couple of inches. 2nd and a long 9. Second and 9, 5 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's 6-0 Wildcats lead. Shotgun look once again. The base formation for the Wildcats. Barnes drops back, throws the out route left, and he overthrows Weiss again. Again, Barnes and Weiss just really have not been able to connect on that out route. They tried that a couple times in the first half, and Barnes has just been a little out in front on his throws over there. And he's been pretty accurate elsewhere, but on that specific route, they've just struggled to connect. It'll be 3rd and a long 9. 3rd and a long 9 for the Wildcats, up by 6, 4:34 left in the 3rd quarter. Back in their base, set again. Hughesby flanks. Barnes to the right. Barnes drops back to pass. Pressure right away. The quick throw to Hughesby. Hughesby breaks the tackle, powers forward, and he's going to be very close to a 1st down here. He might be just short, but if he is, got to assume the Wildcats are going to go for this. And he's going to be about a yard short, not even, inches short. It's going to be 4th and inches for the Midwestern Wildcats. And they are going to go for it. So we take a look at the measurement here. And they mark it a 1st down for the Wildcats. So not going to be 4th and short, a 1st down. And what a play by Connor Hughesby to break out of the initial tackle and power forward for a 1st down. So they bring out the sticks, they measure it, and it is 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. at the Bandits' 33-yard line. This Wildcat offense continues to push ahead. Bunch receiver set to the left here. Barnes drops back, throwing over the middle and incomplete. Hodges leaped out for it, just a bit out of his reach. And it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Wildcats with 3:16 left in the third quarter. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. So you got to think Barnes is going to be on the move here. He's had a lot of success tonight, rolling right, rolling left, being in a situation where he can run or throw. They come out in the pistol look, a rare pistol formation for Midwestern. Barnes fakes the handoff, and here he goes. He's rolling left. He's got pressure on him. Stutter steps, throws over the middle, incomplete. On the coverage that time. It was Derek Bathke. And now that'll bring up 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 here for the Wildcats again. Barnes just poses so many problems when he's rolling with the football out on the perimeter. He's a twitchy athlete out there. Come on, Bandits, lay a hit. 3rd and 10, back to the shotgun base formation. But they have bunch receivers here to the left with J.P. Hoffling. And they hand it off outside on the right sideline. They're going to get some good yardage here. Again, I believe that was Hughesby. Hughesby bailing this Wildcat team out of some tough starts to their drives. That's an 8-yard gain for Connor Hughesby, and it's 4th and 2 for the Wildcats. Fourth and 2 for the Wildcats. Again, they just converted a 4th and 1 earlier in this drive. We'll see if they can go 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions on this drive. Hughesby flanks Barnes to the left. Hard count here. Barnes drops back, rolls left, steps back. Looking deep. He's had a lot of routes deep, throwing to the end zone, and incomplete off about 3 different players. And again, an interesting play call there on 4th and 2. There were at least 3 receivers on routes to the end zone there on 4th and 2, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Taking a shot to the end zone there. I don't know about that one on 4th and 2. Nonetheless, it's a turnover on downs for the Wildcats, and it will be Bandit football with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. The Bandits take the ball at their own 25-yard line. First and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Bandits. Dropping back, Metz. He had his receiver on the swing pass. He goes deep instead, and it is intercepted by the Wildcats. And it looks like Weiss on the pick. And it was. Sage Weiss has a touchdown catch tonight and now an interception as well. And again, Metz, he had his running back, I believe it was Bowden, on a swing pass short. Could have gained maybe 5 or 6 yards there. Instead, he goes deep and is picked off. And again, I believe the may have been Samuels there, Kendrick Samuels, as the intended receiver. Whoever it was, looks like they got away with a push-off as well. Could have been offensive pass interference called. Almost pushed Sage Weiss into the interception. And it's back to be Wildcats football at their own 45. Handoff. Outside, some space out there. Hughesby again, and he's going to have a first down. Connor Hughesby has really found his groove here in the second half. Seems like every time he touches the ball, he's gaining at least 8 or 9 yards. And that is a Wildcats first down. Ball at the Bandits' 39-yard line now. First and 10 from the Bandits' 39. Shotgun look, bunch receiver here to the bottom of your screen. Dropping back, rolling right, it's Barnes. Barnes has the edge, and he's just going to run with it. Continue to run, cuts inside, still going, breaks a couple of tackles, and it's a 20-yard run for Andrew Barnes, and another Wildcats first down. Down to 30 seconds left in the quarter. We'll see if the Wildcats just let this one go into the fourth. The Bandits think that they are, it seems. But it looks like the Wildcats are going to try to run a play here before the third quarter ends. First and 10 from the 20-yard line. And that'll do it for the third quarter. So the third quarter over 6-0 Wildcats. First score of the game here in the third. We'll step aside. Be back with the final 15 minutes after this on Zaleski Sports.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business. And I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
All right, welcome back, everybody. You just saw Andrew Barnes as he made his way back onto the field, quarterback for the Midwestern Wildcats, as the Wildcats lead this one 6-0 with 15 minutes, the fourth quarter just starting. And the Wildcats threatening to score once again. Can they put up their first score in their opening drive of the second half? And they're looking for another one here. It'll be first and 10 from the 18. Shotgun look again, their base formation. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Hughesby to the left of Barnes. Barnes, a high snap, rolls right. Now reversing field all the way to the left. He doesn't have any receivers out there. He cuts it up and falls to the ground, taken down, but he throws it away first. Incomplete. And again, that's just a heady play by Barnes to get rid of the football and not lose any yardage. Marshfield was arguing that he was down, his knee was down before he threw it, but I don't think it was, and the referees don't think so either. So it'll be second and 10. Yes. 2nd and 10 from the 18. Barnes fakes the handoff, rolls left, quickly throws it out to Hughesby, and Hughesby dropped it. So incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Wildcats. Again, that one just went right through Connor Hughesby's hands. He's had a great second half, but not able to come up with that catch. Third and 10 for the Wildcats. Barnes, hands off up the middle to Hughesby. Hughesby, can he get the edge? Yes, he can. Now he cuts it up. Cuts outside. He's well past the first down marker now. And he gets taken down. It'll be another Wildcats first down. And we might be in a goal-to-goal situation here. And we are. Looks like about 1st and goal. I want to say the 6. Say about the 6-yard line. Nonetheless, 1st and goal for Midwestern, looking to extend this to a double-digit lead for the Wildcats. They come out 2 receivers left, 2 right. Hughesby to the right of Barnes. And direct snap right to Hughesby. And Hughesby spins forward, bowls ahead, and he's got a touchdown. Connor Hughesby powers in for the score. And the Wildcats go up 12-0 over the Bandits here in the 4th quarter. And again, that was eerily similar to the Bandits play we saw in their last drive, where it was a direct snap to the running back who just cuts in front of the quarterback, takes it around the left edge, and takes it into the end zone. That one worked much better for the Wildcats than it ended up being for the Bandits. And now for the 2-point conversion. Wildcats weren't able to get the 2-point last time out. They got another shot at it. Barnes drops back to throw, rolls right, throws to the end zone, and is he in the end zone or is he short? He's short. And Cody Swenis stopped up short on the play, and it remains 12-0 Wildcats. We will step aside and be back with more action right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Unless you put me somewhere I don't need to run. Okay. Right next to the kicker, but I got it. Yeah, I got one.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 17 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can get you rolling again. Sherrill Tire and Service Center is your locally owned commercial and farm tire specialist. Find us at SherrillTire.com.
Welcome back, everybody. As it is 12-0 Wildcats. We'll have a chance to hear from our friends over at Spectrum Benefit. Spectrum Benefit Solutions, with offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. That's kicked away. Nice kick again from Hoffling, returned by Hodges. Hodges kind of just jogging up the field, now falls forward. He's down at around the 30-yard line, is Taquan Hodges. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 34 for the Bandits.
Yeah, is this what the NFL doing? This is nuts.
Marshawn Lynch, right? Hey, you want a microphone or something?
I don't do interviews. Those make me nervous.
How you feeling right now? How you feeling?
I got a cramp.
First and 10 here for the Bandits as they try to cut into this 12-point deficit. 13:28 left in the fourth quarter. Metz drops back to throw, steps up in the pocket. He goes deep, hit as he throws, and it is picked off by the Wildcats. And another tough break for the Bandits there. Again, Metz was hit as he threw, which resulted in a way off target throw, and that was Andrew Barnes on the interception. Barnes making his impact felt everywhere for the Wildcats. Now looks like we have a timeout on the field. Timeout, Bandits. We'll step aside. Be back with more football after this on Zaleski Sports.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Welcome back, everybody. Wildcat football, shotgun look. Andrew Barnes hands off up the middle, barreling forward for about 4 yards on the gain, SUSB. Rather, that time on the carry, it was Sammy McBride getting back in there with some carries at running back. Second and 6 here for the Wildcats as the sun peeks through a little bit here at Walt Kroll Athletic Field. Barnes drops back to throw, looking left, rolling left. Marshfield pressure all over him. Steps back and throws out of bounds, incomplete. And that will bring up third down for the Wildcats. Again, we were scoreless in the first half. The Wildcats have now put up 12 here in the second half. They found that offensive groove, and they're right on the doorstep of another one here with the ball in Bandit territory, just inside the 40-yard line. Shotgun look, Barnes, hands off up the middle and ripped down to the ground in the backfield for a loss of yardage. Jalen Gassman on the tackle. It'll go down as a loss of 5 yards on the tackle from Gassman, and it will be 4th and 11 now for Midwestern. Fourth and 11. Trips left. Barnes takes the snap, looks right, rolls right, hesitates, steps back, pressure coming. Now he rolls left, looking for the edge over there, throws over the middle, and it is incomplete. And it'll be a turnover on downs for the Wildcats as the Bandits will take possession here early on in the fourth quarter. 11:29 left here in this one. Bandits are going to have to start making some noise here offensively if they want to get back into it and get back into this one and keep their chances alive at coming out with a win here. Bandits are told to come out of their huddle, get back onto the football field. We'll see what the Bandits do here. We've seen them, most of what they do is out of that spread formation. A lot of outside runs, handoffs, and throws. But a little later in that first half, they got into a little bit more of a power set. And that's not what we have here. This is back to their spread standard set. Metz drops back to throw, and he is swallowed up immediately in the backfield. It looks like Sammy McBride got back there immediately. McBride just came storming in off the edge, was barely touched, and an easy sack for McBride. It brings up 2nd and 16 for the Bandits. Shotgun look once again, balanced formation, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Metz back there with Jesse Clenny, and a flag down and a delay of game called on the Marshfield Bandits, and that'll make it 2nd and 20. So the Bandits shoot themselves in the foot there. They are in desperate need of a scoring drive here. Second and 20 for the Bandits. Come out in the same formation. Metz drops back to throw. A blitz on. A quick swing pass out to the left side. Cutting up the field. He's got space down the sideline, and he's going to be past the first down marker. And a gain of 22 for Jesse Clenny. And a nice call there by the Bandits. The Wildcats brought kind of a stunt blitz there. And the Bandits call a screen pass, throw it right to the side of the blitz, and they gain 22 yards. It's a first down for Marshfield. See if they can build off that momentum here. 1st and 10 at the Bandits, or excuse me, at the Wildcats 45-yard line. Shotgun look, Metz takes the snap. He's got pressure from behind. Quick pass out to Clenny again. Clenny cuts it up. Clenny now goes outside, and Clenny's got an 8-yard gain. So Jesse Clenny injecting some life into this Bandits team. Clenny's going to sub out again. He's at 30 yards and 2 plays out there for the Bandits. 2nd and 2. Well, 2nd and 1. For the Bandits. Shotgun look here for Marshfield. You got to get the play off. They do. Metz drops back to throw, rolls left, still rolling, still looking, a flag down. Metz is going to run this one. He's got a first down, but this one's likely coming back. So I believe we're going to have a holding call on the Bandits. And it is going to be holding. They get Eric Ellert on the hold out there on the perimeter, and it's going to back the Bandits up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it'll remain 2nd down for Marshfield, but it will be 2nd and 12 instead of the 2nd and 2 they had before. Second and 12, 2 running backs in the backfield with Metz. Motions his man left. Metz drops back, play action pass, looking over the middle, overthrown and incomplete. Just a little high for Samuels. And it'll bring up third down for the Bandits. 3rd and 12. And there are a couple of flags down. And I think this is another holding against the Bandits. So 2 holding calls on 2 separate players for the Bandits. Again, it was on Eric Ellert. They declined that one. And they said on 72 of the Bandits, that can't be right. 72 is TJ Lau was injured earlier and no longer in the game. Nonetheless, holding on the Bandits, and that'll back them up even more. It'll be 2nd and 22 now. So the Bandits not doing themselves any favors right now. They've got 20 yards in penalties in the last 2 plays that have gone against them. Balance set here for the Bandits. Metz takes the ball, swing pass out left, and that's low and in the ground. Incomplete pass. He was looking for Samuels there, and he might have had him. Samuels, if you can make one guy miss on those outside screens, you can get a lot of yardage. But incomplete pass, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 22 now for the Marshfield Bandits. And again, not doing themselves any favors here in the 4th quarter as they need to score, and they need to score in a hurry with 6:48 left in this one. Reminder that coming up next is your Nasonville Dairy postgame show at the conclusion of this game. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. Metz calling out the Mike linebacker. 3rd and 22. Metz rolls right, and he might just take off and run this one. Yes, he will. Not a lot of space out there, though. He gains about 5, and that'll bring up 4th and very long. Well, they're going to give him about 7 yards. It'll be about 4th and 15 for the Bandits. And now, do you go for this? Again, it's a long way to go, but you also don't have much time left. With just about 6 minutes left in this one. Here it is, 4th and 15 for the Bandits. And they're gonna go for it. Shotgun look. Metz with Clenny in the backfield. Metz drops back to throw. A quick outlet to Clenny. Clenny's got to make a couple people miss to try to get this first. He does, and he's got the first down. Clenny down the left sideline. Clenny out of bounds around that 10-yard line. And Jesse Clenny has single-handedly kept the Bandits alive in this game. I mean, he had 30 yards total on 2 plays. And the Bandits, again, are looking for their first score not only of the game but of the season. And Jesse Clenny might just single-handedly put the Bandits in the end zone. Again, Clenny made about 3 Wildcat defenders miss, ran past another. And the Bandits are in the red zone. 1st and 10 as they converted a 4th and 15 moments ago. Metz fakes the pitch outside, cuts it up the field, and he's going to gain a couple. They're going to give Metz a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 for the Bandits. And you got to think they're going to try to get Clenny the football again. Although Clenny is not on the field. Clenny getting a rest. Metz, speed option again. This time pitches it out to Samuels, and Samuels cuts back up the field. Didn't really have anywhere to go. Made the most out of that and cuts it up for a few yards. Under 4 minutes to play, and the Bandits gotta go fast here. Again, Clenny's still on the sideline for the Bandits. And the Bandits taking a lot of time here. And again, Clenny not on the field. It's just surprising to me. And now we have a timeout for the Bandits. I don't know if they were going to be able to get the playoff in time. Timeout, Bandits. We'll step aside with 3:11 left. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer.
Welcome back, everybody. 3:11 left in this one. The Bandits trying to put up their first score of the game and of the season. 3rd and 9 for the Bandits. Again, they got Jesse Clenny on the sideline. I would say the only Bandits player that has really had any production offensively tonight. Metz drops back, a flag down, throw over the middle, and it's dropped. But a flag down. See what the call is here. And this is going to be on the Bandits. The referees are looking over to the Wildcats. 5 men in the backfield called. So essentially an illegal formation called on the Bandits, which means that it didn't have enough players on the line of scrimmage. And the Bandits are going to move back. It'll be 3rd and about 13 for the Bandits. About 3 minutes left in this one. Pistol look here for the Bandits. Metz drops back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. A lot of time. Throwing to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And a turnover for the Bandits. The Wildcats will take over. And that essentially seals this one. And I believe that was Weiss again. Sage Weiss now has 2 interceptions and a touchdown tonight. Yeah, Weiss with a couple of picks and a touchdown. So Weiss with essentially the game-sealing interception there for the Wildcats. Shotgun look here. The direct snap again to Hughesby. Well, second and 6 as we approach the 2-minute warning here in Marshfield. And that's the 2-minute warning. We will step aside and be back with the final 2 minutes. Wildcats ball after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Jimmy, nice work.
The game right now, guys.
Let's get it, fellas.
You win this game right now. We got 2 minutes. Let's grind it out.
Let's
All
block it up. Let's block it up, fellas.
Hey, each other. Trust each other.
Be ready. 99 is probably going to try and stop the hole.
Block it up.
Give me.
They're probably going to have 99.
Yeah,
they don't like it.
Unless we need to.
They play man on outside, bro.
Well,
yeah.
So yeah, they're blitzing.
Are they blitzing outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sending outside backers.
How's the middle look?
They're going to put 99.
Yeah, don't go up right now. They're going to blitz it.
I blitz it. I'm blitzing. So this is a good time.
So don't do it.
Hey,
let's go. Let's go 20.
Let's go 20. 24? Hey, 24. One. Ready. Crunch time, boys.
Okay. Yep, clear me now. Clear me now.
All right, welcome back. So you had a chance to listen into the Wildcats huddle there. Listen to Andrew Barnes, quarterback for the Wildcats, talking to his squad. And a flag down. And with when it was thrown, is this maybe an offsides? It was thrown as soon as the ball was snapped, which makes me think it could be an offsides call. And yeah, they're looking to the Wildcats side again. I think this is going to go against the Bandits. Oh, inadvertent. All right, inadvertent flag. Inadvertent flag thrown on the play. So no call, and they're just going to replay the down. Second and 6. Barnes hands off up the middle and barreling forward. It's Connor Hughesby. And Hughesby is very close to a first down. This is going to be 3rd and inches for the Wildcats, and they're essentially, if they get a first down here, that will essentially ice this one. They should be able to just run the clock out from there. And no, they're going to give them a first. So the Wildcats just going to run down the clock here. And that's a good time to remind you to stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show coming up at the conclusion of this game. Talk to the head coach of the Midwestern Wildcats, as well as our Highlight House player of the game, Andrew Barnes, here in this one as they hand it off up the middle to Hughesby once again. Under a minute to play now. .40 seconds left on the clock as the Wildcats just need to run one more play. And that will do it for this one, as it's 12-0 Wildcats. Shotgun look. So they're not going to knee it out. They are going to run the ball. Hughesby is going to run it down the left side. And Hughesby is going to try to take this one, and I think he went out of bounds. But they're just going to wind the clock. And that, no, they stopped the clock. So yeah, Hughesby. And the referee is saying to keep the clock going. And it will. And that is going to be the end of this one. The Midwestern Wildcats get their first win of the season. They take down the Marshfield Bandits 12-0. Here tonight, the Wildcats are on the board with their first win of the year. With that, coming up next, your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll have interviews with Wildcats head coach as well as our Highlight House player of the game, Andrew Barnes. So stay tuned for that. Coming up after this on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually, that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Thoughts on the game?
Yeah.
How you getting ready for next game?
No, I don't think we'll have time. We good? All right. Are we live? Are we good, Trevor? Sweet. Good? All right. Welcome back, everybody, to your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. I'm joined by Coach Dwayne Swinnis of the Wildcats and our Highlight House player of the game, Andrew Barnes, as well. Coach, we'll start with you. Your first win of the season. Talk about what you guys were able to do tonight. You score all your points in the second half. What changed offensively there in the second half?
I just let Cody, the owner, take good control of the offense. I just concentrated on defense, and we held them to 0. So, and they played good. The offense played good. I got my 2 cents out of there. So.
Yeah, and then what'd you do well defensively? So the Bandits started out the game, a couple of decent starts to their drive, but they didn't see. You guys stopped them from putting it into the end zone there. What'd you do well to stop them from getting the ball in the end zone there?
Called blitzes at the right time.
Okay.
Called blitzes at the right time, and guys that actually did their job. I'm proud of them. Hell of a game. All
right, well, thanks a lot, Coach. That's all I got for you. Thanks for your time, and good luck the rest of the year. Yep. All right. So now with our Highlight House player of the game, Andrew Barnes, and Andrew. Offensively, defensively, you had a pick, threw a touchdown there. Talk about that first one. You threw to Weiss there. Talk about that play and how you guys were able to execute that one. I saw you guys both of you guys were talking a little bit there, trying to get that connection going. Talk about that a little bit.
So Sage is probably my number one option when I go in at QB. I mean, Devin, he's our number one QB, and he couldn't be here this week. And I trust Sage. Normally I'm a starting wide receiver, but he came in, made some great plays. we talk all the time about what we're going to do to get open, and we trusted each other, and they had some good pressure, rolled out, found him, made the play. I mean, great catch by him, great execution by the team.
Yeah, and then as a wide receiver, I said on the broadcast, seemed to be a bit of a dual threat out there. How did you take some of your wide receiver skills and try to facilitate that into your quarterback skills tonight as well?
So as a wide receiver, I can read defenses, so I think that helps me at QB because I kind of know what defensive backs and safeties are going to do. It helps me to roll out, read those defenses, and make plays as a quarterback also, and use my awareness as a receiver to make plays with my feet.
All right, well, the last thing I'll have you do is I'm going to give you the microphone. You'll look right into the camera there. I'll count you down from 3, 2, 1. You'll say, my name is Andrew Barnes, and I'm in the house. Sound good?
Yep.
All right, I'll get out of the camera view. All right, good? 3, 2, 1.
My name is Andrew Barnes, and I'm in the house.
All right, excellent, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was our highlight house player of the game, Andrew Barnes. To see him walking off there, the Wildcats get their first win of the season here this year, as that has been your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. The Wildcats take down the Marshfield Bandits 12-0 here tonight. And with that, we want to thank you all for joining us here tonight on Zaleski Sports. From myself, Caleb Jacoby, alongside Jason Zaleski, Trevor Zaleski, and Gavin on the camera as well. I want to thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next time right here on Zaleski Sports.